Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's TheSketchMonkey here. Today we're gonna talk about the Lexus LFA. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the 2011 LFA, redesign it, and kind of modernize it, applying some of the current design language and style of Lexus onto the LFAs to make it into a modern version, or a 2021 or /22 Lexus LFA. But before we do any of that, and before we talk about how special the LFA actually is, I want to talk to you about where this styling come from and where the idea of the LFA comes from. And it all starts in the early 2000s when Lexus came up with the new design language, which they called L-Finesse. And it started with this concept from 2004. This right here is the Lexus LFC from 2004. Now, some speculated that this might be the next generation of the Lexus SC, since this, as you can see, is a convertible right here. And some also speculated that it could be the next Lexus IS 250 350, and that you can definitely see in the front right here. If you look at the IS 250 and 350 from, I think, 2006 or to 2007, somewhere there, you can see that this front is definitely what inspired that design. But it didn't turn out to be a convertible. You do have a convertible from that era, but it doesn't look anywhere close to the rear here. In fact, when I look at this design, it reminds me a lot about the Nissan GTR. If you just look at the greenhouse right here, this is very GTR-like for me, because you have this sloping line here. It's not really sloping, but you have two almost straight lines, one here, and then it sort of dips a little bit more from this point down here. And of course, you have the sharp corner here, which is very, very GTR-like. And I really like the shape of this car. I really enjoy this rear fender right here, which is almost chiseled from the rest of the shape here. It looks very cool, and it looks like a solid design. More so when you look at the rear lights as well. These remind me of TVR lights, that they look like they are integrated so well in the rest of the surfacing of the car. And it reminds me of this weird graphics, this kind of irregular shapes here that we have. That reminds me a lot of the TVRs from the early 2000s, mid 2000s or something like that. So this Lexus LC from 2004 was what started this whole LF design language for Lexus. And then of course in 2005, they started to think about maybe creating a hypercar with 500 plus horsepower that could do 200 plus miles per hour, and they came up with the first out of 3 concepts before actually producing the LFA, and this is the first one from 2005 here. It's a very interesting looking front face specifically. I think it sits very low, but at the same time, this is a completely new design language for Lexus right here. And you can see some parts of the LFA starting to occur right here. The overall shape, of course, but more so specifically in the rear, where you have this section right here, which is very LFA-y, and that's stuck with these 3 concepts all the way up until production. However, in the front, a lot changed here. Keep in mind that this concept is from 2005. The LFA came out in 2011, and in that time, Lexus went through a major design. They updated their design philosophy and became a lot more stylized, as you can see in the Lexus IS, for example. And some of that was visible early in the Lexus LFA from 2011. And it's not as simple of graphics as you have here from this concept from 2005. But when it comes to the overall proportions of the car, I think they nailed the proportions pretty early of what they wanted to do. We have this intake here as well, which is in production, and also a more traditional looking B-pillar or C-pillar intake in the top there. As you know, on the Lexus LFA, they made this curvature, which we're gonna go into later in this video as well. I'm gonna show that in detail. So this was the first LFA concept from 2005. And then from 2007, they updated this style. And you can see now that we're starting to get this more stylized front end, and it becomes more Lexus as we know it today. And also the rear here is a lot more defined. Even though it's softer, it has sharp edges where it needs to, but the rest of the car, the rest of the surfacing is more smooth and more organic than it is here, which is very aesthetic looking design and very chiseled in all edges. There are no softness or roundness in this. There's not a lot of organic feeling here as we have in the concept from 2007. And also you can see that it just looks better. It looks more planted here than it does in from 2005 here. This looks a lot higher as well compared to this, which looks a lot wider when it comes to the graphics of the car. Still have the 3 exhausts in the bottom right there, which looks very cool, and still have these main graphics in the rear, which also carried over, of course, to the production version of the LFA. But in the front, we have some weird stuff going on here from Lexus. It's like they had a lot of fun experimenting with some organic stuff in the headlights right here, with this stingray drop of LED that just drops down here, and then a very organic shape the rest of the outline of the headlight there. It's a very cool styling, but it's definitely starting to feel like Lexus is over-styling and almost over-emphasizing what they are going to do next, which is the LFA Roadster concept from 2008 right here. Now, as you can see here, we're definitely getting closer to the production version of the LFA, but it's interesting to think about that they made 3 concepts over over 3 years time, and with each concept they refined the LFA shape more and more and more. So they really took their time with the LFA is what I'm trying to say here. And in this version, I absolutely love the rear end of this car. Let's make it in blue here so you can see it better. This looks super nice. I love this sharp edge that goes right here and that houses all the graphical elements in the rear, such as these outlets here and the integrated lights that follow this exact styling here. It's very beautifully done. I also like the front end, and now you can see that we even have the opening here that turned into the air inlet on the production LFA, and the lights are starting to become a little bit less crazy than we have right here, and more traditional looking production ready, less concept and more cost-friendly, cost-effective light design in the front there, and more closer to the actual production LFA. You also have now, for the first time since they dropped the roof of this, since they cut the roof off, we see this interesting intake, which I've always thought is so interesting on the LFA, because this is a sharp, almost standard intake that you have on a lot of cars, but this doesn't play really well with the intake that you have in the C-pillar of the LFA, because that's a lot more organic, a lot less sharp. But then again, that's the style of Lexus, so it's cool that they did it. They have a lot of that going on, the mix between organics and sharp shapes. So what I'm gonna do now is, as I said, take the 2011 production version of the LFA, pump it into Photoshop, and then redesign it and apply the modern feeling and the modern design styling of Lexus onto that design. The Lexus LFA was created by a small but passionate and very, very dedicated team of engineers who wanted to push the boundaries of technologies, materials, and engineering to produce a completely different car from any other previous Lexus. And the focus was, of course, on performance. The rear-wheel drive Lexus LFA is powered by a unique high-revving 552 horsepower 4.8 liter naturally aspirated V10 engine connected to a rear-mounted 6-speed sequential automatic transmission, and 0 to 60 is done in just 3.7 seconds, and the top speed is 202 miles per hour. And Lexus Chief Engineer said at the time, the Lexus LFA is a thoroughbred supercar, a machine engineered to achieve a single goal: to deliver a supreme driving experience. Over the past decade, we have pushed every boundary in pursuit of this specific goal, and I believe we have created the most driver-oriented car we could possibly make. At 4 times the strength of aluminium, the carbon fiber structure used in the LFA, called CFRP, saves around 100 kilos on an equivalent aluminium body. Lexus was all ready to launch the car and put it in production with the aluminium structure at first, but decided to scratch the entire car and rebuild it using carbon fiber. All that work just to save 100 kilos. To me, that's dedication. The LFA's induction system exhaust notes are, as we know, spectacular, and they have been specially tuned, and they were of course inspired by the sounds of the F1 engines at full revs, and is unlike that of any other road car, with a high-pitching symphony as the engine moves up towards its maximum 9,000 RPM. Now, the Lexus LFA program was initially launched just as an R&D project, but later the management of Lexus got more interested in the project and they decided to turn it into a production car. Eventually, as I showed you, there were a bunch of concepts before the actual production car, with every concept being a more fine-tuned and polished version of the last one, leading up to the production LFA. In 2008 and 2009, the Lexus LFA was entered in the Nürburgring 24-hour race, the intention being to push the car hard using testing condition prior to its official launch as a production-ready model at the 2009 Tokyo Auto Show. Only 500 examples of the LFA were ever built, with a starting price of $375,000, and Lexus lost money on every single one of them. Alright guys, so this is my redesign of the Lexus LFA, taking a lot of inspiration of course from the Lexus LC and applying that style onto the LFA, and also taking some inspiration from the new Lexus IS, which is a design that I actually really like. I think it's a good evolution from the first, or not the first, but the previous IS, and that goes in this design. What I took most inspiration from the IS design is this area right here, specifically this major line that goes like this right here, and then into the fender here, and then of course continues around on the same side there, and then here I wanted to add this line that goes into the greenhouse as well, to have this line that flows from the bottom of the car and then goes in up through the door into the C pillar, and then down in the A pillar right here, and of course it's going to be the exact same thing on the other side. The reason I did this, the reason I removed the organic intake that we have on the stock LFA, the original LFA of course, is because I want to have this arrow look. If you look at this from a side view, what this would do, the base element of the side profile is going to have something that looks similar to this, like this, and it's going to have the hood going forward right here, and then the rear sticking out something like this in the rear. So it's going to create this forward motion when you have this design right here with these arrows almost pointing forward and stretching all the way here into the lower lip of the car. I think it just cleans up the side as well, and it's also more contemporary with what Lexus is today if we look at it from the design styling point of view. But the LS, of course, it's a cruiser. It's probably the medium age for buying LS is probably 55 plus. It's a lot of chrome stuff on there. We can't have any chrome on an LFA, so I just de-chromed the whole front end, and everything that was chrome I turned into black. The headlights look a little too stylized for my taste when it comes to the LFA. I wanted to reduce that, so I removed the upper corner of this light right here, and I added a tiny chamfer here if you can see it, because that's gonna make it feel like it's actually part of this design and that it's housed in the front fender by design when you add a chamfer like this onto around the headlight. I just think it looks a lot better as well. Now for the front, we're gonna need a lot of air coming in, so I removed the intake that we have here on the LFA and instead made the grille almost three-dimensional. And what do I mean by that? Of course it's three-dimensional because it's a physical object. What I mean is that you have air intakes on the side behind these wings here, so the air goes in behind these wings, so there's actually a distance between the grille and the front fender here, or the bumper of the car, where the air can go in and cool the engine even more, in addition to these massive side intakes here that goes and wraps also under the headlight. So this whole piece here is an entire side intake. Overall, I really enjoy how this design turned out. I think it's a good modern version, or if we apply some modern Lexus design styling onto the cool proportions of what the Lexus LFA actually is. And I also, of course, wanted to update the paint of this car. I don't want to have it be just flat white like the LFA. if you looked at it from the early in this redesign, you can see that the front of the LC has some sort of pearl effect. You have some almost brown areas of the car right here. You can see some shades of brown all over the place, and that is some sort of pearl effect in the paint. And I wanted to apply that on the rest of the car, so I added that effect up here, as you can see, and also of course in the body of the car and around the entire surfacing of the paint here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm TheSketchMonkey. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you next time. Take care.